Good morning. Okay, let's get started. I am Terry Fields, personal injury attorney here in Atlanta, Georgia. You are getting ready with me, and I'm going to do my makeup while I give you some legal tips. All right, so today, as promised, if you watched the video yesterday, you know I promised to go over what to do about your car. As you all know, I live and work in Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta born, Atlanta bred, and we need our cars here in Atlanta. We have a nice, robust transportation system called MARTA, but it doesn't reach everywhere. And most people here, if you know anything about the traffic in Atlanta, Georgia, you know that a lot of people opt to go ahead and get a car. So what do you do about your car? Okay, I'm going to answer that question. Then I'm going to tell you about the latest documentary that I'm watching, which I think I watched before. It's on HBO Max. It's about Princess Elizabeth. It's actually, you can tell it was adapted from CNN. And it's adapted from CNN, and it's a series. We've gone through her granddad, who came up with the name Windsor, who they are named after the castle and not the other way around, which I think I knew that. I heard that before, but it didn't penetrate until I heard it recently this time. So they just made up a name for themselves. They are German, of German heritage, and just made up a name for themselves because being German had fallen out of favor. So I thought that was very interesting. So, but anyway, warm it up. This is my moisturizer. You know what? My esthetician told me you moisturize down, you cleanse up. But still, I feel like I need to, as a woman of a certain age, I don't need to be pulling my skin down. Okay, so what do you need to do about that car? You're in a car wreck. Who pays for the damages to your car? Number one, the assumption being that you are not at fault. I'm going to get this book out of my way. How about I put you there? That'll work. Put you there. I'll keep you there. I think that works. Okay. You were in a car wreck. You are not at fault. You need to get your car fixed. You're in Atlanta, Georgia. MARTA is not really convenient for you. You got errands to run after work. You can't be relying on public transportation. You need to get your car fixed. Who pays for the damages? And the answer to that question is the at-fault driver pays for your damages. Their body shop. Now, I have seen where the car insurance companies have dedicated body shops. I said I was going to do something. Dang, I already moisturized my face. I do need to clean up these eyebrows a little bit, but I will do it next time again because that moisturizer sticks. Moisturizer sticks to my face the moisturizer causes the hair to stick to my face after I have. Okay, I don't need tweezer. I will need that. And I'm liking my lip liner, so I'm not going to use the different lip liner that I have. The different lip stick that I have. But anyway, so you're in Atlanta. You need to get this car going. You need to get it fixed. It looks crazy. It has body damage. What do you do? The at-fault driver, the insurance for the at-fault driver is going to cover your damages to your car. They should cover the damages to your car. Sometimes they will have preferred body shops that they use, and they'll send you to those body shops or repair shops depending on what kind of repair you need to your car. Sometimes the repair shop is owned by, I think it's Progressive, that owns their own body shops. So you go they'll give you the address, you go straight there, they'll take care of it. No checks, no money change hands, no anything. Sometimes they have their preferred list of places that you can go, and then they'll send the check directly to that place for your repairs. Works that way like that sometimes too. Then also sometimes the insurance company will send you out a check for your damages. You can keep the check if you want to, or you can go to a body shop to get it fixed. You can negotiate your own. And see, actually, this is how most people that I've seen actually make a little money off of the property damage claim, is they get that check from the insurance company and they just keep it. It's like, oh, whatever, there's a big dent in my car. That's fine. I can live with it. I'll just keep this little money. I needed this money. or they can go to find someplace that will get it done cheaper and they can just keep the check. So the insurance companies have gotten savvy to that. And so they're like, no, let us pay the body shop directly. And they negotiate, because it's the volume, they'll negotiate a little cheaper rate with the body shops and keep the money. I mean, everything's a racket. The insurance company's goal is to make money. And if you are what do you call that? If you own stock, if you're a stock owner of these insurance companies, you're happy with them that they're making this money. That's their operative, that's their goal. So that's what they are always trying to do. Now, this looks like I have some primer left, so we're gonna try this. I know I need to do better with my eyes. I think that's my weak spot. I'm gonna look at some more tutorials and see if I can take a class or two about these eyes. Oh, come on, there's got to be some primer left. Come on. Oh, I want to take the top off and see if I can stick my finger down in there. Oh, there's some. Okay. Well, maybe this is all I need to be using anyway. Maybe I have been using too much primer. So, I don't know. Use what I can. I just feel like I can't put this foundation on my naked skin. I feel like I need to do more with my eyes, and I will. Who knows? Okay, I really got to go this morning because I have a meeting that I want to get to. I need to get to. It's at 9 o'clock this morning, which is like an hour and a couple minutes from now. So, okay. So there, like I said, there's different schemes, different ways that these, oh, let me use this. Just want to keep it from dripping everywhere. This is my foundation, Fenty 410 foundation. All right. All right. Then I'm going to put a little, this is 400. This is going to be my highlight. Put it right on the brush. Did not shake it up. You know, it just looks like I'm putting on extra foundation, doesn't it? Ugh. Then, which is actually what the case is. I'm really just trying to highlight though. And this is my 420. I guess at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of friggin' foundation. Do I want to be darker under my eyes? I don't know. You know, it's all going to blend anyway, so. Let me remember this because I have so much extra foundation on this brush. I am just, not quite sure what I'm doing this morning, but it's going to be fine. Okay, blend, blend, blend. Let's blend, blend, blend. All right. So that's essentially what you do. You want to be as educated about this as possible as you do anything. It's probably a good idea to consult different body shops and get an estimate as to how much your damages are going to be, to make sure that you're getting a good deal. And if you have an insurance company that's going to cut the check directly to you, you know, I'm not telling you what to do, but there is a way, you know, different ways that you can possibly get some money to keep for yourself if you can get someone to do the work for you real cheap. Of course, it helps if you know a mechanic, if you are a mechanic. But anyway, that is how that works. Now, the issue comes in, let's just say a knucklehead is out there driving and they hit and run. They were totally at fault and they hit. Okay, let me start with this. Okay, we have the hit and run scenario. Put a pin in it. I'll get back to it. But let's think about you. You are at fault. What happens? I already talked to you about the coverage that you need, which if you don't remember that, stop right now. Go back, watch the video that I did about the coverage, the insurance coverage that you need. Now, I mentioned in there rental car insurance, and I mentioned in there collision. Mostly, you're going to have bodily liability, property damage liability insurance coverage. That is the traditional insurance that I always think of when I think of insurance. But collision takes care of your own car. So you want to make sure you have that. That is what comes into play if you are at fault. It is also what comes into play if this knucklehead, this notorious knucklehead that I'm talking about, is out there driving around, hits you, runs off, or if someone hits you and does not have insurance at all, your own collision will help. And let me say this too. If someone hits you, they are always responsible. They are always responsible to pay for your damages, make you whole. The problem is most people running around don't have a couple of thousands of dollars laying around to pay you. It's very if Beyonce hits you, or I don't know if y'all remember a couple years back, the singer Brandy was in a car wreck. Brandy hits you. If Beyonce hits you, oh my God, I totally forgot my concealer. Nobody told me. Ugh. And see, and this is why it looks just about the same. I don't even know if I really need concealer. So anyway, I'm just kind of discombobulated this morning, trying to rush and get out of here because I have a meeting at 9 a.m. My hair is coming out. Ugh. Okay. Brandy is running around, Beyonce is running around and hits you. All right, you have a claim. You can sue them personally. But most people walking around here are not going to have any money to pay you. That's why we have insurance. That's why the Georgia General Assembly here in Georgia has required that folks get insurance, because most people are not going to be able, if I hit you, you sue me, get a judgment against me. Good luck in recovering that. That's why we don't want to leave people to their own devices to recover. So that's why everyone has to have insurance. But, if you find out that this person has money, if you know someone has means and they hit you, go ahead. By all means, you're able to sue them if their insurance won't cover it. Or if the insurance they don't have enough insurance, say they have that minimum coverage that we talked about, and you're out thousands and thousands of dollars worth of damages, you can pursue them personally. I just feel like that is too thick. These eyebrows are too thick this morning. See, my eyebrow palette is breaking up, so I'm getting more powder on the brush. Just a little too much. Okay. That's gonna have to do it. You can sue them personally and get a recovery, but that is not likely. I hope that makes sense. Of course, you can sue them just like you'd sue anybody else for anything that caused you bodily damage, so you're entitled to recovery. Let me make sure I'm doing frequently asked questions. Let me see. Let me make sure that I'm hitting the frequently asked questions that I need to. Okay, so we talked about if you are at fault, your own collision will cover your car damage. If you're not at fault, the at-fault driver's insurance should cover your damage, unless the at-fault driver runs off or doesn't have insurance. Then you can go against them personally. And I just wanted to remind you though, also, if you have purchased a car that's been in a wreck, even though it's been repaired, in some instances, well, you probably are entitled to make what's called a diminution in value claim with your insurance company. And that's even though the car is repaired, it's not worth what it was before it was in the wreck. Because if you're looking for a car, personally, you probably don't want a car that's ever been involved in a wreck. And if you find that out, you're probably not going to be willing to pay as much for it as you would a similarly situated car that's never been in a wreck. So there is a diminution in value on the open market that is acknowledged, and the insurance companies are able to compensate you for that. So just know that that is the claim that you can make as well. Let me get this powder off my face. I think some people bake a little longer, like they put the powder on their face and then they do a little something else. I know I know some people do their eye makeup after they bake. So then once they take the bake off, they're taking any fallout off their face as well. But this is the routine that I have fallen into. So, and I think it works pretty well. I'm doing my makeup super fast this morning. Only 14 minutes in. But I still think it's looking pretty good. I don't know about you all. Let's see. Let me see. Is there any other questions? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now to be cautious when you're talking to the insurance adjusters. Don't go and volunteer a lot of information. This is easier for some than others. Some people are just very talkative and they like to talk, and I like those people. I love having a conversation with people who like to talk. I am not personally one of these people. I get in talkative moods, don't get me wrong. I can get very, very chatty. But it's not the time to get chatty when you're on the phone with the insurance adjuster. Not to say that they're not lovely people, they're very nice. But what you don't want to say is things that might lock you into a position. For instance, the only thing that's wrong with my car is it has a dent. Then you take it to the body shop and it has alternator damage and needs all of this stuff. And the insurance company's like, well, you told me that all it had was this damage. And you say, well, I'm not a mechanic. How could I have told you that? How could I have known that? That's what I thought. But that, it's better just to not even say anything, just to avoid any trouble at all. Answer the question asked and not anymore. Just be careful. Of course, you want to always be truthful, but just understand, while the insurance company is not necessarily your enemy, they're not your friends either. They are there to make a profit for the stock owners, and it's not for you. So just be sure, be careful, be cautious in what you say. And again, y'all, I love this. This is my favorite part of my makeup routine these days is this Hottie lip plumper. Oh God, I love it. I don't even know. I mean, it was the thing I was most hesitant to purchase, and I love it. All right, and this gloss, this Fenty gloss, I've had it as long as I had this other makeup. It is long lasting, and I've used this the most, and I still got plenty of it left, as opposed to that friggin' primer, which I think I actually used too much of it. I think that's the problem with that. Oh, you know what? Let me do this before I prime my eyelashes. Let me do this. So, oh goodness. Am I telling you everything I need to tell you about? Oh, and another thing about getting around. If you have the rental car reimbursement or the rental car insurance, you want to avail yourself of that. Again, I definitely recommend that you take it when you're signing up for insurance. You might say, oh God, I don't need that. My cousin will take me around, or my sister, my brother, they can help me while I'm down. But sometimes we make plans in poetry and live life in prose. So all the best laid plans go awry. And it's going to be good for you if you can't afford just a couple of extra dollars. Again, inquire of your particular insurance company, but just a couple of extra dollars, and you will be able to have the assurance that if anything happens to you, you can go ahead and rent a car and get around the way that you need to. So go ahead and get that rental car insurance. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the mascara on. You would not believe how long it took me to clean my lashes off last night because I put so much daggone mascara on them. And I'm like, let me just go ahead and get that off, get the white off now instead of waiting until I put my lashes on. Now here it is. All right, let me get close. Oh, still some white, but okay, whatever. Those eyelashes started lifting up yesterday, and I got that right in my eye. It is in my eye, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear my fire detector, smoke detector. It is saying it has a low battery, though I have changed it. Oh, so annoying. Here it is. You just can't talk while you're doing this stuff. You just can't talk. I need to clean these again tonight when I get home. These are metal. The eyelashes are metal. Okay. Ugh. Just dragged it right off my eyelash. See, I'm filming this. I want y'all to see the struggle. The struggle is real. Piece of the eyelash is stuck to this. Ugh. Oh. Okay, this looks crazier and crazier every day. You know, I think I had a little beginner's luck. Neophyte serendipity. And now I'm starting to see what the issues are with this. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Oh my God, this looks crazy. Oh Lordy, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay, this is the worst it's ever been. Maybe because I have trying to do this a little faster than my skill set dictates. Okay, so anyway, let me tell you all a little bit about a documentary that I'm watching about Queen Elizabeth. Well, actually, it's about the Windsors. I think I've seen this before, but I'm starting it again, and it's very interesting. So now we're at the war. Queen Elizabeth's father is still the king. And his older brother, who abdicated to be, who was a straight up Nazi, actually. And he abdicated. You know, I'm just going to have to do my eyeliner and bring it all the way around this morning. Y'all know I like to stop in the middle. But to camouflage this, I think I'm going to have to camouflage the mess ups. Makes it look like I meant to do that. And let me do a little more. Okay, I got to fix these eyelashes because they are not. Sounds like it's saying my name. Hello, Terry. My friggin' smoke detector is out of battery, but it's not because I just changed it. Oh, I cannot stand. I hate it. Kill it with fire. I hate just like crust. I can't stand it. Okay, now let's see what we can do with these. See, the problem is the damn eyelashes are magnetic, and this thing is magnetic too. Why are you so high up, sir? Can you lay down a little bit for me? Please, sir. Okay, I think that's about the best it's gonna get. Let me just, oh my God, my heater I got going high. Usually I have it. My heater is a little hot this morning. Usually I have it set at a particular temperature, but now it is just going high. It's been going high since I started this 24 minutes ago. Okay. Okay. And maybe, let me make sure that I have my little shine on my nose, on my chin, and here. Okay, so Queen Elizabeth, very interesting. Her dad, I mean, being king, I think we all know, some of us, I think, fantasize we might want to be king or queen or royalty, but I personally love my life and I love being under the radar. So I can definitely understand how anyone would be hesitant to take on the role as these folks were. So her dad was really loving his life, and I think was always resentful of his brother, who was a Nazi. I mean, actually, seemed, you know, just a bit off. King Edward was. This is nearing the end. That's why it's spitting up on me like this. It's so uncomfortable, y'all. This eyelash being halfway off like this. Oh no, it's coming completely. See, I cannot do this. I need a wooden one. The metal one is taking it off. It's not encouraging it to stick. Whatever. I have a meeting this morning. I'm gonna be looking crazy. That's okay. Such is life. Such is life. Whatever. All right. Okay, so what am I trying to say about Queen Elizabeth? I don't know. We're just at the point where she's about 14. The war is raging. I think when I turned it off, the war had just ended. But during the part that I was watching, the war is raging. And she gave a statement on behalf of her and her sister. And it warmed everyone's heart that the young people were getting involved in the war effort and all of that. And so it's just very interesting to see what was going on and how the royal family has always had to fight for its life, because I think there's always been people grumbling like, why do we need this? Why are we paying? Like, all that money that they have is actually our money, you know. And they over here living high off the hog. And what are they doing to deserve it? That's really kind of always been the inquiry. And so, okay, I got a little jewelry this morning. I have my watch on this, and I like to keep it simple. On the same arm with my watch, I usually put like one or two things. I think I'll put this one over here. Put this one here. Lately, I haven't been doing a lot of bracelets and stuff, and I'm gonna put on my real wedding ring today. Got some earrings. I love these little silver balls. I'm gonna put these in my ear. I like to keep it simple. Very much, very that. Keeping it simple. Clean my brushes and then I'm done. Oh my goodness, have I told you all everything I want to tell you? Let me take a little break to drink my water. You know, I just decided when I was drinking that, I'm looking at my lips. I think I'm going to do a little more. I've seen people just trying to line my lips. Should I do all of this? I think so. I don't know. I think I'll go higher with my lip liner tomorrow. Okay, so, all right. Oh, let's do this. Let's do our weird and unusual trivia. Today's our weird and unusual trivia book. Oh, last but not least is Janis Joplin. I didn't even know this. Janis Joplin was born in Texas in 1943. In her brief career as a rock and blues singer, she recorded 4 albums containing a number of rock classics, including "Piece of My Heart," "To Love Somebody," and "Me and Bobby McGee." Known for her heavy drinking and drug use, she died of an overdose on October 4th, 1970. Janis made changes to her will just 2 days before her death. She set aside $2,500 to pay for a posthumous all-night party for 200 guests at her favorite pub in San Anselmo, California, so my friends can get blasted after I'm gone. The bulk of her estate reportedly went to her parents, which is actually the law here in the state of Georgia. If you don't have a will, if you don't have a will, Georgia has a will for you. If you don't have kids, if you've never been married, as was the case with Janis Joplin, then your estate would go to your parents. So that's what happened. It's very interesting that even at her young age, she had enough foresight to go ahead and make a will. I guess she knew the way that she was living. Maybe it would come in handy. And again, like I say, it's a loving thing to do for those around you, just so you know that they'll be very sad. So it's good for them to not have to make a bunch of decisions for you. The next part of this is about Portrait of a Killer. It seems to be about mosquitoes. And then after that is Howard Hughes. So anyway, what am I trying to say? Okay, the documentary is good. I highly recommend if anybody wants to watch it, if anybody's interested in the royals. Tell you the truth, sometimes I don't even know why I'm interested with the royals. I'm kind of thinking that they are very racist, and that I would not be welcome, and I don't have to go any further than the example of Meghan Markle, who is half black and half white and has had the devil of a time with them over there. So, but I'm still obsessed with them and really like Princess Diana. I really like all of them. I like Prince Charles. I like Camilla. I like all of them. I don't even know why. I should probably get my life together. But the point is that anytime I see a documentary about the royal family or all of that, I'm just very, very interested. And part of it is like, why are we doing this? It's just such an experiment. And I mean, I just can't even believe after all of those other European countries got rid of their monarchies, Britain held on to its. And this documentary goes into it a little bit. It's just very interesting, the whole psychology of that. Like, why did England hang on to theirs, and why is this still okay with you all? Why do y'all still have this? So interesting. And then the relationship that they have with us, with the United States being a former colony. So anyway, my brushes are cleaned about as much as I can get them for midweek. And I think this is as good as it gets, y'all. I don't know. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will certainly do my level best, and I will see you back here tomorrow. I'm not sure what the topic will be for tomorrow, but you'll definitely see it in the title of the video tomorrow. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I certainly will. Bye-bye.